All right, all right. It's the one and only, the real homie. If you really know me. Today we're going to talk about. Um, what we're going to talk about real quick. We're going to talk about how this yogurt. I'm eating this Greek yogurt. It's not the best. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna skip a little bit farther in the timeline of the Friday Night Vibe for 2025 and just kind of talk about the healing piece of just life. You know what I mean? Because we're going to talk about a lot. We'll talk about music. I know everybody wants to hear about that. There's nothing wrong with that. But we're not going to just talk about that. Okay. We'll talk about health and fitness, health and wellness. But then healing that's beyond wellness. Anyway, why did I say all that? I said all that to say this yogurt isn't the best. Greek yogurt. I put a little honey on it to make it taste like something. But here's what I've realized about myself in the past 6 months, a little bit more, is that as a kid, I masked a lot of pain, childhood trauma, grief, loss, insecurity, vulnerability. I numbed myself from those feelings with the taste of food. There's one feeling that I realized now as an adult that I used food to mask myself. I used food to mask the pain of as a kid more than I realized, because I'm realizing now that that feeling is anger. That's a big one. Like just for me, right? And a lot of people give me due and true credit for the balance that I try to carry and project. But like every human being, like yourself and others, man, I do get angry, man. And I'll stop there with saying this. A big part of racism that people don't realize, well, I don't believe people realize enough of, that influences them when it comes to how they show up as the racists that they are, is this assumption that certain people, black people, brown people with a certain skin color aren't really people. And because of that, they don't have the human-like capacity to regulate their anger. And that's bullshit. We know that's bullshit, right? But, okay, I'll stop there. All I'm saying is, this yogurt, it's all right. I'm getting my protein. Part of my protein plan. And I'm saying all right. I'm going to be honest with you. It kind of tastes like shit, okay? But I'm realizing I put some honey in it, blueberries, to make it taste better. Because if I didn't do that, there's a inner child in me that would be angry. I don't want to eat that. You know what I mean? I don't want to eat that because it doesn't make me feel better. Even though I know it's better for me, it doesn't feel good to me, right? So how do we disassociate the two? All right. Anyway, that's too much heavy thinking. Goddamn, we're supposed to be just talking about rapping shit. Okay. So let's get back to it. We'll do one more and then I'm out the door. All right. This is part 3. My early connection, integration with Bay Area rap culture. Hip hop, Bay Area hip hop. People think it's not a difference between the two. I believe that there is. I'll get to that. But anyway, so the last time we left off, my mom bought me something called a Singleodian. It was a karaoke machine. Fun fact, Filipinos love us some karaoke, man. We love that shit. Karaoke, make karaoke out of anything, okay? Driving down the street, car, song is playing, the words are there, so what? Karaoke time. We'll sing that shit, singing fucked up too, just messing up the words, but who cares? Very festive occasion, Filipino culture, family culture. We like karaoke, you know what I mean? So my mom, it was like a turnkey response. Of course, I'll get you one. So she got me one. And In the beginning of my ninth grade year at Oakland Technical High School, aka Oakland Tech. Oh shit. AKA almost drunk. AKA the doghouse. God damn it. AKA the doghouse. Class of 96. I was a freshman in 92. I just made demo tapes. But they were so raggedy. Here's what I used to do. I didn't have the instrumentals to some of my favorite songs, so I would make them. I had a dual cassette deck on the Singleodian. That was the thing. You could record your music. You could like make Singleodian cassettes. So I made demo tapes with the Singleodian. You feel me? So I made a demo tape in the ninth grade, and my boy Marcus, he stayed in my apartment building. He stayed down the street. I used to stay in Funktown. I think I told you that. I stayed in Funktown. We had an apartment, me, my mom, and my sister, God bless her soul. I made these demo tapes. My boy Bobby Hamilton used to come over, record them with me, and my boy Marcus used to come. They call him Fuzz from West Oakland. It might be a new Fuzz walking around, but that's not the Fuzz I'm talking about. He's older, you know what I mean? So shout out to whoever is calling himself Fuzz from West Oakland, from Lower Bottoms. If you got that name, no disrespect, but I'm talking about I'm talking about a different Fuzz from a little bit further back in time. 90s, early 2000s. So anyway, Fuzz used to come to my house, come to my apartment. We used to record songs. Here's how I used to make the beat. I used to record the part of the song that was my favorite part that didn't have any rap part in it, right? Like the instrumental of the song itself. So usually a song would have like 3 verses, and then it was a hook, and then at the very end there was a part of the song where there was nothing, just a little bit of the beat. I would record that part and then line it up to record it again, so that those 2 fragments of beat, basically I was looping. That was like a poor man's way of looping, like sampling. I was just looping the shit over and over and over again. And I would do that for a song, it'd take me about, maybe 10, 15 minutes, but I'd get a good 3 minutes out of it because I got good at it. So there were, songs from back in the day that I would sample, right? I would loop with my little Singleodian that my mom got me, and I would rap over them. So some of the ones that still stand out to me, even though I realize now they sampled Dreaming of You by Blackbirds, the song, I forgot the name of the song, but it was, Lord Have Mercy by the Lynch Mob, right? The original song was Dreaming of You by the Blackbirds. When I'm thinking of you, I get right in the sky. That beat, that song, I looped that. And I had a song called Name of the Game. That shit was hella weak, you know what I'm saying? But that was the song, you know what I mean? It was called Name of the Game. And Marcus was on it. I forgot his rap name though, you know what I'm saying? Like, it couldn't have been MC Marcus and shit. That's hella boozy. But anyway, God damn, this shit knackered. Anyway, that shit. So we had these songs, me and Marcus. He was on the shit. He was on the demo tape. Ninth grade, fall. I drew us a fake cover. And it was me, like, I forgot, it was like a picture, it's a random ass picture that I cut out, and then I taped to a piece of paper, and I had it like just right in the middle, like an album cover, a tape cover. And I took Marcus's picture. I think I took his picture like a Polaroid, or he had a picture. And I cut that out and I put it on the piece of paper. And I was like, well, what am I gonna call myself? This is where, okay, don't laugh, please. But you might laugh anyway. This is where I call myself the One Man Crew. Even though it's me and Marcus rapping on shit, I call myself one man crew. What the fuck? Two people. I'm calling myself one man crew. Oh my God. So that that became the name that was on the fake album cover, because I put a piece of paper, I drew an outline of an album cover of a cassette tape, that those dimensions, it had to be like maybe 1.5, like 2 by 3, right? It was very small, very small. So I wrote in magic marker, OMC. And it didn't have it didn't have an album title, nothing. It was just my picture cut out, like raggedy cut out, and then Marcus's raggedy cut out that I cut out. That's why it was raggedy. And then I told my mom, like, we need to go to a copy place, a copy machine place, so I can scan it and then print as many copies as I can in order for me to like cut it out, literally cut pieces of paper out and then record the demo tapes, like dub the tapes. We used to call them dubbing, right? You make a copy of it, basically a double cassette, a doubled version. You're doubling the version of the original. So I made the demo, me and Marcus, and and then this is another part. Marcus, I know you watch, man, please don't forgive me. Some of the raps I wrote for Marcus too, but it was tight though. You know what I mean? It was tight. So the big song we had was called Name of the Game. That shit was weak, nigga. He said, now the name of the game is simple and plain. It's 1 time for your mind, 2 for your brain. God damn. That shit was, I can't even say that shit without laughing, but who cares though? You know what I mean? Like, we wanted to be rappers, man. I wanted to be a rapper. We was rappers, you know what I mean? So we made this tape, Name of the Game, fucking weak ass song and shit. And I made like probably 20 copies, and I gave them away at school. You know what I'm saying? I went to Tech, gave them away at Tech. Oh man, and so everybody. Oh, and then I made like a fake poster out of the extra copies that my mom took me to Kinko's to make like album covers for, and then I put those on the bulletin board behind everybody's back. Like, I didn't get permission to do it. You know what I mean? The principal at the time was Mr. Ovid. I think he passed away though. And Miss Evans, she was the vice principal. Boy, they would have busted my ass if they caught me doing that shit. But that's what I did. And this yogurt makes my mouth look hella fucking crusty. Who cares though? It's actually tasting a little better because the honey is kicking in, but whatever. Okay. So this might be part 3 and part 4. Okay. No, it is. It's part 4. Because the last 2, 1, 2, 3. This is 3 and 4. Okay, here we go. So, hung them up on the bulletin board. And then, yeah, okay. The word started getting out that I knew how to rap, okay? And that took me through probably the entire 9th grade year. Making these fucking weeks. Oh, Marcus stopped rapping with me, but it's all good. That's still my homies to this very day. That's family, you know what I mean? But 9th grade year, that carried me. So at the very least, people knew that I was trying to rap. I probably wasn't, cover of the Source magazine and shit, but they knew I was trying to rap, man. And anyway, that took me most of my 9th grade year. 10th grade, I was still making these demos. And this is where things get different. Okay? Follow me. So by this time, Bay Area hip hop, Bay Area rap, 92, 93, it was picking up. And that will be for maybe the main segments, right, of Friday Night Vibe proper once we start to relaunch. And people say, well, what's the relaunch, brother? A lot of content, a lot of segments. It's me. It's going to be me talking about me for a while, okay? And I'm going to talk to a few other artists along the way, but a lot of the first quarter of 2025 is going to be just my journey, right? A lot of people have hit me up over the years like, yo, we still want to hear from you. We still love your music. But, let's